Hi everyone, Letty here. Welcome to hashtag N2S Pick Me Up. This is another not too shabby September stamp and die set of the month video. I'm also doing hashtag crafty goals because we're doing another 6x6 smash. So welcome back everyone. I'm on the design team for the Not Too Shabby Shop for this term. Here's their logo. I'll list their website affiliate link down in the description box below. Here's a little bit more of their information. So I am featuring the stamp and die set of the month for the month of September. It's called Pick Me Up. This is a stamp that you can buy. It also has coordinating dies. You've got some little trucks, you've got some trees, some super fun words that will fit inside both of the tailgates for the trucks, and then one additional sentiment. So you've got tons of sentiments in here. You have some coordinating dies that you can pick up. You can purchase these separately or purchase together. You've got dies for all of the different elements, including the little words. Most of the words will fit in that little rectangle. So again, this is just a super fun stamp and die set. I've colored some images to show you. So I have my truck that has the pumpkins. You can do it blank. You could do the happy fall. You could do the autumn wishes, the thank you. I think either of those would work. And then for the truck with the little tree, you could do it also blank, or you could do the happy holidays. You could also do the winter wishes, or you could also do the thank you. So you've got lots of options there for those super cute trucks. We also have this little additional sentiment that comes in this stamp set. I've already die cut out with the coordinating dies. You've got some trees also. So again, this is the stamp and die set of the month for the month of September from the Not Too Shabby Shop. Let's go ahead and dive into today's project. Before we dive in, let me show you my previous projects using this stamp and die set. I did these little 3x3 cards in my first video that was part of the hop-in giveaway. That hop-in giveaway has ended, but I'll link that video down below for you. And then I also did 8 cards with the one stamp set, or one design 8 different ways. I did some layering with those trees. I did a huge white die cut circle, did some different sentiments on each of my cards. I did 4 fall cards, 4 Christmas cards. I think they were super fun to make. And I, of course, had the little trucks as my showcase image. I will link both of these videos down below for you. So today I'm bringing back out the Autumn Plaid 6x6 paper pad. I realized I only had a few sheets left. I think I have 9 full 6x6 sheets left in this paper pad. And I also have some scraps. So I figured one of my hashtag crafty goals 2023 is to use up and smash 6x6 and 12x12s. So I want to smash this pad with also using the stamp and die set of the month from Not Too Shabby as my focal points. I'm going to see how many cards I can make just using these supplies that I have right here. And again, these were both from Not Too Shabby, the Autumn Plaids paper pad, and of course the Pick Me Up stamp and die set of the month for September. Okay, so I have already prepped my paper pad. I've cut everything down. I've already done all of my card bases. I am using this Pick Me Up stamp set as my focal image. Here are the scraps that I have as of right now. I'm midway through project. I do have a couple of bigger scraps, which I will end up using, and then a bunch of smaller scraps. I'm going to use most of those. I brought out the Paper Play Sketches number 47. I wanted to kind of start with an idea, so I brought out the sketches, and that was the one that I chose because I figured instead of putting a little square there, I could put a die cut scallop circle and then use it as sort of an anchor behind my little stamped truck. And so I thought that these would work great. I have some patterns here that are going to work perfect for Christmas, and also some for the fall using that same paper pad. And I will also use some of those scraps. I'm going to trim them down and I'm going to use it to kind of level out behind my white circles. And that way everything will be real flush. So I did end up having different patterns, a mixed and match you see here. I do have some that are more predominantly the green patterns, which will be perfect for the Christmas. And then the ones that have orange, I'm going to be using for my fall trucks that are sort of hidden back there in my bag. So I had some stamped and die cut images ready to go. I did sort of deviate from the sketch just a tiny bit. I also brought in some cardstock scraps that I had on my desk. And then I ended up, after I made those first few from the sketch, I just used up my scraps. So I had these 2-inch strips. I added them to the front, and then I did have this one little bitty skinny strip, so I added that right in between as like a little belt right up on top of it. And then I just used whatever scraps I had to make some little scrappy cards. So I have just different widths of some panels here, and I am going to cover again with my die cut circle, and then I will add my sentiment and on my little truck right on top of that, just to kind of finish it off. So I ended up with 16 card bases. This was sort of my next step, is I pulled out the sketch, did what I could, used up my scraps, and then I'm going to finish using the scraps as I am decorating, maybe even to level out some of my areas. I might bring in some of these larger scraps as well. You'll see what I end up doing, but I'm going to come up with a full recap up next. Okay, so we have our 6x6 paper pad smash, the autumn plaids. This is part of that hashtag crafty goals. I want to try to smash up pads. So I brought this out. This is from Not Too Shabby. I don't have any major paper pieces left other than these little bitty scraps here, which those were the edges that I did not use, the little pieces that I cut off in one little bitty strip. And then of course we are featuring the stamp and die set of the month from the Not Too Shabby shop. It's called Pick Me Up. It is still available in the shop. You'll want to check it out if you want to get that. So I ended up with 16 A2 size cards, 8 of them that are fall themed, 8 of them that are Christmas themed. Let me do a full preview of all of them. And one of the hashtag crafty goals is to make Christmas cards each month, and I had only made 4, so I was glad I was able to make 8 more with this batch. That way I can go ahead and meet that goal as well. And so you see here I did bring in some little jemmies from Joann's. These are some of the, I think they're like the Joann's brand or something, one of the local Joann brands. And so those are my 8 Christmas cards. And then I have fall cards, and they're pretty much exactly the same. I kept it very basic on these. My goal was just to smash the pad, not put it back into my stash, and use up some of those stamped and die cut images that I had done from the stamp set. I find it so much easier to do it in bulk. So again, I did 16 A2 size cards, 8 fall, 8 Christmas, and then I went back into my older cards that I had done in my previous video, and I added some additional scraps into those as well. So I was able to use up this pad, doing all 3 of the projects this month for the Not Too Shabby shop. This is again autumn plaid 6x6 paper pad. I believe it is still available in the shop. And then of course we had the stamp and die set of the month called Pick Me Up. And then of course hashtag crafty goals 2023, which was my 6x6 paper pad smash. I do have a Not Too Shabby website affiliate link. I'll link it down below in case you want to make a purchase. And then again, you can also check out the hashtag N2S Pick Me Up to get even more inspiration from the design team this month using the stamp and die set of the month, Pick Me Up. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got some inspiration. Thanks so much for watching. Happy crafting.